Friday, Northsiders hoping to return the favor on Saturday. Top second, no score. Pitcher Mark Burley batting, facing Matt Clement with 2 runners on. Base hit for Burley. His first RBI of his career makes it 1-0 Sox. He came in a 1-for-11 hitter. He said, I don't know what I'm doing up there. Top third, 3-0 Sox. Joe Creedy facing Clement now. This one going off the wall. Run scores. Creedy in with a double. It's 4-0 Sox. Creedy 3 for 5, pair of doubles, pair of runs, pair of RBI. Bottom third, Creedy says it's not all about the lumber. I got some leather too. And he robs Damian Miller of a base hit. That looks like a SportsCenter top 10 plays nominee to me. Bottom four, 7-0 Sox. Moises Alou facing Burley. And that one leaves the yard. Alou's 8th of the year. It's a 7-2 game. Cubs will get it to 7-3. Then in the 7th, third base coach Wendell Sendemin Kim cost them. Ramon Martinez batting versus Burley. Damian Miller at first. Now he's a catcher, not usually known for his speed. Miller chugging around third. Watch the play at the plate. Josh Paul has the ball already. Miller's shadow is barely in the picture, and he's out by a mile. And Kim said, I thought he could run better than that. Later in the inning, Cubs within 2 at 7-5. Sammy off Tom Gordon with a runner on, but it's not going to be a problem for Willie Harris. Sammy homerless at Wrigley since April 17th. Bottom 9, still 7-5. Sosa facing Billy Koch. Man on second. Base hit. Mark Grudzielanek coming around to score. Sammy 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. And it's a 7-6 game. Dusty Baker decides to pinch run for Sosa with Tom Goodwin. Let's see if it works out. Alou back at the plate now. White Sox pitch out, and Josh Paul nails Goodwin. Dusty says, well, I guess that didn't work. After Alou walks, Eric Karros already 4 for 4 on the day. He would have to be satisfied with that. Harris makes the catch. Ball game. Sox win at 7-6. They go for the sweep on Sunday. Win. Let's see what you talk about, Willis. Top first, 2 outs, 2 on. Toby Hall up. It's not going to be a problem. Gets Willis out of a jam. Gave up his only 2 hits in the first inning. Top second scoreless, Carl Crawford swinging. Top third scoreless, Julio Lugo looking. Top 4 scoreless, Aubrey Huff swinging. Bottom 4, Marlins up 1-0. A man on and 2 outs, Derek Lee. And that's going to be trouble. Juan Encarnacion come around to score. And the Marlins take the 2-0 lead. Top 5, same score. 1 out. Willis facing Terry Shumpert. Willis, 5 innings of work, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. Next batter is Crawford again. And Crawford into center. Juan Pierre helping Willis out. The game was called in the top of the 6th due to weather, but it didn't rain on Willis's parade as the Marlins take it 2-0.
Kansas City at St. Louis. Woody Williams, 20-1 in night starts with St. Louis, 7-0 this season. Top 1, Desi Relaford, sit down. 2 batters later, Carlos Beltran. He's been hot. Woody's hotter. 8 innings, 1 earned, 8 Ks. Bottom 1, Darrell May facing Bo Hart. May looking for his first road win since last June. Hart looking for a home run. Oh, even the announcer thought he had one. They were both wrong. He's going to end up at third, and you're going to see why it wasn't a homer. Ball hits the top of the yellow padding. That's not a homer. So no score. Hart, 7 for 12 in 3 games since being brought up from AAA. 2 batters later, Albert Pujols, 0 for 5 Friday. Doubles to left. Hart comes home now. Cards lead 1-0. Bottom 7, more Pujols and more double trouble. And Hart's going to score again. Cardinals lead 5-1. You know, all that's left for Pujols to do is hit a home run. Bottom 8, Pujols hits a home run. 21st. You know, there's a book on Pujols, Tony Pena said afterwards, but nobody can figure him out. Cardinals winning 8-1.
Astros had the early advantage in the battle for the boot. They were back in Arlington on Saturday. First pitch of the game. Craig Biggio says, let's get this party started right. Number 9 on the year for Biggio, and it's 1-0 Astros just like that. Biggio's 32nd career leadoff home run. That's 6th on the all-time list. Top second, game tied at 1, and we got ourselves a SportsCenter top 10 plays nominee. Orlando Marcel with a fly ball. Hank Blaylock. Nice grab. And we may see you later on in the show, Hank. Top 6, 8-1 Astros. Jeff Bagwell up. Always looks menacing at the plate. And that is menacing. Number 13 for Bagwell makes it 9-1 Astros. Bottom 8, 9-3 Stros. Rafael Palmeiro up and out. Number 15 for Palmeiro. He passes Eddie Murray for 17th on the all-time home run list. Just one behind Sammy Sosa, but the Rangers go down 9-5.
On the Bay, watching the Athletics and Giants play. A-starter Tim Hudson 9-1 in interleague play. First inning, one on for Pedro Feliz, auditioning for the SWAT team. Straightaway center, 5th of the year, and it's 2-0 Giants. Third inning, Huddy in more trouble. Edgardo Alfonso making it an 8-game hit streak and a 3-0 ball game. Ray Durham scores. Mrs. C's favorite player ends up with a double. Fonzie. Still in the third, runners on second and third for Barry. 364 career hitter against Hudson, so he gets intensely walked, and Benito Santiago takes exception. Broken bat single, Alfonso scores. Santiago's 38th rib, 4-0 Giants. I can't believe they did that. Next batter, 42-year-old Andres Galarraga grounds to third. Eric Chavez throws home and gets the lead runner, but Ramon Hernandez goes high. Bond scores on the E. It's 5-0 for Hawaii's Jerome Williams, who is on the hill for the Giants. Hudson still on the hill and giving it up to Feliz again. Second of the day, 6th of the year, 6-1 Giants. Bottom 7, 6-2. Bases loaded for Eric Burns, and he singles to left. 10 RBI in his last 8 games, adding 2 there as Hernandez and T-Long score 6-4. And Huddy says, way to go, fellas. Joe Nathan now on the mound in the same inning. 5th pitcher of the 7th, Miguel Tejada. He went 0 for 4 and is batting just .230 after fouling out to first. Big Cat in for a hurt JT Snow, and then Rubio Durazo, he also went 0 for 4. So the 3 and 4 hitters went 0 for 8. Giants win 6-4. Williams from Waipahu, his first major league win.
Cal for the Angels and Dodgers. Check out Dave Roberts using his speed to manufacture some runs. Bottom first, no score. John Lackey facing Roberts. And Roberts with the infield bunt single. Paul LaDuca up now. Roberts pulling off first. Lackey throws the pitch, and Roberts is off and running, and he's in there. 24th stolen base of the season for him. So LaDuca's still up at the plate. And LaDuca with a grounder over to David Eckstein. Take a look at Roberts, dancing back and forth. And eventually decides to move on to third. LaDuca out at first. Roberts in there at third. Take another look at it. Roberts, wait. All right, now I'm going. Great hustle by Roberts to get himself in position. Later in the first, Darryl Ward up. Runners at the corners. And now Roberts is going to come in and score. And the Dodgers take the 1-0 lead. Next batter is Adrian Beltre with 2 on and 1 gone. 3-run shot for Beltre, his 5th of the year. Lackey not enjoying himself. Dodgers take the 4-0 lead. Top 6, 4-1 Dodgers. Wilson Alvarez facing Brad Fulmer right on the helmet. Look again. Luckily, the bill of the helmet there. Fulmer was okay, and he popped right back up. Bases loaded now for Scott Spezio. Full count against Alvarez, and Spezio got him swinging. Andy Ashby digging it. Eric Gagne comes in. 4-1 lead in the 9th. That usually means game over. Gagne has allowed only 15 hits in 38 innings of work. First batter in the 9th, it's Fulmer. Base hit. 3 batters later, it's Benjamin Molina. Base hit, and it'll drive in a run. Next batter, Darren Erstad. Another base hit. So 3 off Gagne. David Eckstein up now, 2 on. Gagne converted 36 straight saves. Better make that 37. 29 in a row this season. Dodgers winning 4-2. They've won 10 of their last 11.
Boston at Philadelphia. Pedro at the bat. That would not be the mighty Pedro. An .096 career hitter. Fouls off the 1-2 pitch. Everybody funny. Now you funny, too. Pedro would eventually ground out to first. Went 0 for 3, but didn't whiff. Did whiff 7 over 7. Same frame for Todd Walker. Different result. Going solo off Randy Wolf. First of 2 long balls for Walker. Check out this one. It's caught by a fan who looks like he jumped on the wrong train. You're in Philly, fool. Top 7, Walker 2, Phillies 1. Nomar with 2 on. David Bell with the backhanded stop. But he's no play. Saved a run, sacks full, and that brings up Manny. Manny went 0 for 7 on the day. Left 10 runners on. The Red Sox leave 3 on to end the inning. Bottom 7, Tomas Perez better be wearing sunscreen because Pedro was bringing the high heat. Martinez left with a 2-1 lead but received his 3rd straight no decision. Top 8, Red Sox left 8 runners stranded in the 6th, 7th, and 8th innings combined. 14 for the game. You see Rael Cormier, former Bostonian, getting Veritek Jackson and David Ortiz check swinging. Bottom 8, Mike Timlin in, Jim Thome out. Ties it at 2 with a 437-foot homer to right, his 16th of the season, 350th of his career. 2 on for Manny in the 9th. Terry Adams inducing the double trouble, 5-4-3. Ramirez had 24 RBI in his last 18 games, but couldn't get it done at the vet. Top 12, Jose Mesa facing Kevin Millar. Sox second in the AL in triples. Jason Michaels turns that into a triple. Nomar racing home from first to give Boston a 3-2 lead. Michael's looking for a hole to hide in. Bottom 12, you don't mess around with Jim. Thome with 2 outs, his second. This one off Jason Shield. Phillies, they're doing some celebrating while Grady, breakfast not agreeing with him. Top 13, a Walker RBI double made it 4-3. Garcia Parra makes it 5-3. Nomar finished 6 for 6 with a walk, had to settle for a single after the stumble. Last Soxer to 6 hit, current Boston broadcaster Jerry Remy in 81. Bottom 13, 5-4, pinch hitter Todd Pratt.
1-0 pitch. Hit hard to deep center field. Damon going back at the track. Looks up. It's gone. It's gone. Put this one in the late column for the fighting Bills. Todd Pratt won it. He won it. They're going crazy here at Veterans Stadium. Unbelievable.
Pratt hadn't hit a homer since last September. 6-5 Phillies, whose last 3 victories have come in their scoreless game in the bottom of the 3rd. Marcus Giles gonna make the blooper reel. Luis Matos making our Sports Center top 10 play nominee list with that there catch. Rodrigo Lopez just 1-5 in his last 9 starts dating back to last season. Things start to go bad for him in the 6th. Javi Lopez, no relation, 12th homer, and RBIs 21, 22, and 23 in the last 20 games. Atlanta with 5 in the inning, and then top 8, Matos pops the pitch down the right field line. Giles and Gary Sheffield are on a collision course. Communication is the key to any successful relationship, and fellas, we keep screwing that one up. Shef would get up and stay in the game. Bottom 8, Braves are going way up. Lopez swinging a bat made from the wood of a tree felled by lightning. His 5th 2-homer game of the season, matched his career high with 6 ribs. 21 homers this season. Braves win 10-2.
First overall pick this year by the Brewers. Bottom 3rd, 2-0 Brewers. Kyle Loesch facing Richie Sexton. Luis Rivas, backhander to make the play. Great stretch by Doug Minkiewicz. That's got to hurt. Bottom 4, 2-1 Brewers. John Vanderwall facing Loesch. Vanderwall dialing long distance, and Loesch paid for the call. 7th of the year for Vanderwall, and the Brewers up 3-1. Next batter is Wes Helms, as Helms says, you know, I think I'll have the same thing. Back-to-back for the Brewers. Bernie's getting a workout. Helms 12th. Brewers go up 4-1. Bottom 6, 4-1 Brewers. Helms facing Loesch again, and Helms just being greedy now. 3 for 3, 3 runs, 5 RBI for him. Brewers going to win it. Final count of 8-1. This one up top 4. Ken Griffey Jr. on first. D-backs up 3-2. Don Patterson's pitch out. Goes to Chad Moeller, and that goes into center field. Steve Finley can't get it. Griffey scores from first. Stolen base for Griffey. Error on Moeller. Error on Finley. Game tied at 3. Still tied at 3. Bottom 7. Moeller up with 1 on. And that one's out of there off Jimmy Anderson, his 5th of the year. D-backs win at 5-3 for their 13th straight over Cincinnati.
Seattle at San Diego. Brett Boone batting .366 against righties. That's the best in the AL. Top 1, 2 on for Boone, and facing the right-handed Adam Eaton. RBI single, scores Ichiro. Mark McLemore going to take 3rd, and Boone 2nd on the bobble by Ron DL, who was Friday's hero with that big granny off Jeff Nelson, 1-0 M's. Top 2, Eaton, it was up and down for the fella who's was born in Seattle, intentionally walked Ichiro to load the bases, but then walks McLemore on 4 to have Cirillo score 3-2, then gets Boone on the high heat, then walks walked Olerud, and Pinheiro scored 4-2, and then he ends on a good note, gets Cameron swinging, inning over. All right, top three, Pinheiro at the plate. This is the catch of the day. Check out the broken bat. This fella, if you can see, look at that. Doesn't spill the beer, the nachos are in it. You're the man. Mariners win 4-2. They've won 16 of their last 18 roadies.
Oh, Canada. It's the Jays and Expos north of the border. Top 5, 1-0 Toronto. Montreal starter Sun-Woo Kim facing Mark Hendrickson, the former basketball player, taking this one straight to the rack. First home run ever by a Toronto pitcher. Kim said, why did it have to be off me? Jays bench digging it, 2-0 Toronto. Kim would give up a homer to Vernon Wells, and he would make way for Julio Magnon. First batter, Carlos Delgado. And he thinks it's the third out, does Magnon. And he's like, I'm the man. Dude, there's only 2 outs. He would give up another run in the inning, and it was 5-0 Jays. Top 8, 5-1 Toronto. Reed Johnson up, and up the middle, Jose Vidro there with a great play. Bottom 8 now, Toronto up 5-4. Bases loaded with Brian Schneider up. And look at Delgado. He's got the ball and he makes the play. But wait, where's the ball? And why is Delgado fishing in his shirt? Well, the reason why is because the ball goes right up his shirt. Doesn't matter, he had possession though. Steps on the bag, he eventually would fish the ball out of his shirt. Run scored in the process, and it's a 5-5 game. Later in the inning, score still tied with 2 aboard. Orlando Cabrera says, I can make a ball disappear too, but in a different way. 3-run shot caps a 7-run 8th. His 11th of the year, and the Expos going to win it.
Colorado Rocks began the day tied for the most wins at home, but the trail 3-1 in the 4th. Matt Maroney, former Rockies prospect, making his first Major League start, goes wild. Greg Vaughn, who walked, runs home. Bottom 5, 2 on, no out. Preston Wilson led the NL in ribs when the day began. Adds 3 to his collection with that shot off knuckleballer Steve Sparks, 16th of the year. Rocks up 5-3. Bottom 7, Gary Knotts facing Todd Helton, who was batting .440 in his last 13 games, and that can't do anything but help the average. His 13th, it's 7-3 Rocky Mountains, and the next batter is Wilson, and if some is good, more is better. Increases his RBI total to 66 with his second jack. Rockies increase their lead and go on to win 9-6.
To PNC Park, Pirates and Indians brought in a helicopter to help dry the field after rain in 15 innings on Friday. Bottom 7, Cleveland up 5-3. Jason Boyd, 3-1 pitch to Jason Kendall. Close, but it's a ball, so Kendall walks. Boyd gets pulled, but not before getting in the face of Dana DeMuth.
First 2 pitchers who walked 5, 2 on the 5th.
Top 8, Cleveland up 5-4. Joe Biden with a pitch. Brandon Phillips, that's deep, but Brian Giles into the stands to make the catch. Incredible catch. And that's a top 10 plays nominee for sure. Bottom 9 now, 2 outs. Pittsburgh down 6-5. Aramis Ramirez on second. Reggie Sanders up, and it's John McDonald bobble the ball day at the ballpark. Everybody safe. Next batter, Matt Stairs. No, it's Casey Blake bobble the ball day at the park. Ramirez scores, and the game tied at 6. Top 13 now, 2 outs. Indians on second and third. Blake off Tavares' leg and right to Craig Wilson. And the Pirates out of the inning. Top 14. Tavares gets Milton Bradley swinging. And Tavares says something to Bradley about taking his gloves off. And Bradley says something back, but I don't think we could repeat that. Bottom 15th, 2 Pirates on. Dan Maselli puts it past Josh Bard. Abraham Nunez scores, and Pittsburgh wins at 7-6. So back-to-back wins in 15 innings for the Bucks. So all told, in their last 2 games, these teams have played 30 innings of baseball in 9.5 hours and combined to use 78 players. It was the first time 2 teams had played in at least 15 innings in consecutive nights since the Marlins and Giants in 1996.